Hello everyone, I am Raghu. Our project is the Smart Hospital Ward Monitoring System. First, let's look at what our project is about. Hospital have a lot of patients' data. Uh, we built a Python program to manage this data and show how this case can spread. This helps hospital managers make good decisions. Uh, I will explain to part A, which is the objective-oriented programming or OOP design. We use the OOP make our code clean and easy to reuse. First, we create the main class called person. It has basic details like name and age. It also has a rule that every subclasses must have a display info functions. Next, we created a partition class that gets basic data from a person classes. Then we add medical details like ward names, temperature, and heat rates to make our system more realistic. We made two special classes: critical partitions for serious cases and regular partitions for normal cases. Because of the design, our system can handle different types of partitions very easily. Now I invite Veeravan to explain how we generated our data.
Thank you, Jayakut. Now I will talk about part B, which is generating patient data. Instead of typing data one by one, we used NumPy library to create data for 50 patients automatically. We generated random images from 1 to 90. We also generated random body temperatures between 36 and 41 degrees Celsius and random heart rates. Finally, we randomly marked some patients as infected. To start our disease simulation is part C, which is statistical analysis. We use NumPy's math function to understand our data better. First, we found the mean temperature. This is the average temperature of the whole world. Then we found the median temperature. The median gives us a good middle value, even if some patients have very high fevers. We also calculate the standard deviations. This tells us how much patient's temperature differ from each other. If this number is high, it means the ward has many different health conditions. Finally, we check the minimum and maximum temperatures to easily find the most critical patients. Next, Subhasingha will explain how we manage the data using pandas. Over to you, Subhasingha.
Thank you, Europol. For part D, data handling. We consolidated our raw patient arrays into a pandas data frame. This is the industry standard for data manipulation. It allows us to structure the data properly into rows and the columns, making it much easier to filter and analyze the data for each ward. Pandas also powered our reporting module. We used functions like dx.describe to get instant statistical summaries. We also automated the counting of infected patients. Most importantly, we implemented data persistence by exporting our final data frame into a CSV file, ensuring the hospital administrators have standard clinical records. Moving to part A, the random walk simulation. Here, we modeled the erratic movement of an infected patient inside the hospital corridor. The rule was simple. Starting at point 0, the patient has a 50-50 probability of taking a step either to the left or to the right. We simulated this over 100 discrete steps to analyze the risk of cross-contamination. Vikramasinghe will now show you the result of this simulation.
Thank you, Subhasingh. As you can see on the slide, this is the visualization of our random work model product using Matplotlib. The graph represents the trajectory of an infected patient across the 100 cycles. This displacement tracking helps us visualize potential traffic hotspots in the corridor. For part F, we modeled infection diffusion. We represented the hospital ward as a 20 by 20 cellular grid. An infection starts from a central point and randomly spreads to neighboring cells based on possibilistic rules. The resulting heat map clearly demonstrates the exponential spread of pathogens. By analyzing these heat zones, hospital staff can implement targeted sanitation protocols. In conclusion, our project successfully integrated object-oriented programming with high-performance libraries like NumPy and Pandas. We proved that Python simulations can effectively model worldwide infection risks with high accuracy. Thank you very much for your attention. We are now open to any questions.